everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today we are picking my April TBR using my penguin cards. For those who are new and don't know what these are, the penguin cards are a deck of prompts that I made up, and there's also cards in here that say the word penguin. So if the penguin card comes up, Ray, my fiance, gets to come in here and choose any book for me to read. It does not have to be on my shelf. And that always makes me nervous. So let's hope we do not get a penguin card this month, because I have a lot of books that I want to get to. And let me go pull some of those books, actually, before I forget, because I almost forgot. So hold on just a moment. Now I've gathered the books that I'm intentionally planning on reading for April. So we're going to pull cards, and hopefully I can fit some of these books into these prompts, if at all possible. Oh yeah, I got one more I forgot to pull. Hold on one second. Alright, got it. Alright, so I have a lot of books already planned for the month of April. Hopefully I can fit them in. So we're going to go ahead and grab my dice. If I can find them. Where did I put them? I finally found my dice. They were hiding in my prompt bag. But I do have them, and we're going to roll and see how many cards I'm going to be pulling. There are cards that say +1 or +2. So if I get any of those, I will be adding cards. So let's hope we don't have to do that today. 4 and a 3. So we're pulling 7 cards today, just like last time. Got 4 and a 3. So we're pulling 7 cards. So that works just fine for me, because I have lots of video projects I'd like to do for the month of April. So, and Scattergorathon is back in play. So for those who are Patreons of Brief and 4 Paws in the Book, she's bringing back Scattergorathon for her Patreon. And so there's one weekend coming up in April that we're doing it on. I'm going to try and see if I can do a video on that somehow. So if I could fit any of my books into that Scattergorathon, that'd be amazing. But don't know we're going to try and see what we can do here. So we're playing 7 cards. I'm going to try and move it around a little bit, because there's a lot of cards in here. And move it around. And our first card that we have is a big city setting. Big city. This might actually work, because I think this one takes place in a big city. It does say on the back about someone being in Atlanta. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to assume this takes place in a big city, because I'm not really sure. But I think it might. Nikki, let me know if it is. If not, I will find something else. But I think I'm gonna choose Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter for this prompt. This is a Thrills and Chills book for the month of April, hosted by Dana and Nikki. I will definitely link them down below so you can check out their book club, and it's lots of fun. I'm pretty sure this takes place in a big city. If I'm wrong, Nikki, definitely let me know. But I think it does, because I know she's read this before. So I'm going to count this for big cities. Hopefully it does. So one book down. Time for the next book. Let's see what we got next. And we have Animal on the cover. And I have a great book already that could work for this. which is great because I'm using this for a video project. And I'm going to use the Tear Smith by Aaron Doom. I have a special video project that I plan on using for this. And this has a butterfly on the cover, so that works perfect for an animal. Because butterflies are animals. And some, at least I'm pretty sure. I mean, bugs are considered animals, aren't they not? Or, hold up, I have another idea. Hold off on that. Actually, this might be an even better idea. So I am actually going to change my mind on this prompt for animal on the cover. So instead of using the Tear Smith, because I'm not sure if butterflies qualify as an animal. So instead I'm going to use Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I have read this before, but I'm going to read it again because the graphic audio is out. And I am buddy reading it with a whole bunch of other friends. And I definitely am excited to listen to the graphic audio because that is now out and I'm super psyched. And there's dragon on the cover, on the spine, and stenciled edges with dragons. So that would definitely work for animal on the cover. So we're going to go with that. So that is 2 books down. And we're fitting in required reads, which is amazing. Let's see what else we can fit in. So for number 3, we have a Goodreads rec. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I wrote that. But I'm going to go into Goodreads. This one doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Well, I think what I'm going to do is just scroll until I find a book on my Goodreads that I own. So we'll go with that because I can't think of anything else to work for Goodreads rec. I don't even know why I have this card, to be honest. I might have to get rid of this one. The first one up is Never Lie, which I've already read. Let's keep going. What else is on here? Yours Truly. So that's funny because I have not gotten to Yours Truly yet. Yours Truly is by Abby Jimenez, and I'm supposed to read that for March. And March is almost over, and I don't think I'm going to get to it in March. So since it came up on my Goodreads scroll, or Goodreads rec, I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Yours Truly and move it into April for this prompt. So that would be great because I have another video project involving that book that I want to get to. So that's amazing. So that is 3 books down. 4 more to go. Unless we get a +1 or +2. Next one we have is Starts with the Same Letter as Your Name. My name is Amanda, so we're going to have to find a book that starts with an A. So it starts with the same letter as your name. I'm going to choose A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I know this is my friend Dana's favorite. I think it was from last year. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before that. But I remember Dana said how much she loved this. And it starts with an A. So I'm going to count that because I have another video project in mind that this could definitely work for if I manage to fit it in. So I'm going to go with A Flicker in the Dark. So now we have 4 books. We got 3 more to go. And we have Shortest Book on TBR. So I think I'm going to go with, because this is the shortest book that I have in my stack here. And I do want to get to this month. So for shortest book on my TBR, I want to go with Flawless by Elsie Silver. Reason being, I know Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading is co-hosting a Chestnut Springs read-along. And for April, they're starting with Flawless to start the series. And I thought since I have the first one, I would join in on Flawless and see how I like it. If I like it, I'll get the other books to continue the series with them. But I'm gonna go go with this and go with Flawless, because that's the shortest that I have that's sitting next to me that I want to get to. And out of all three, actually out of all four of them, this is the shortest one. So I'm going to fit Flawless into this TBR. So now we have 3, 4, 5 books. So 2 more. Hopefully we could get a prompt that's not a hard one. Book with a color in the title. Actually, this may actually work. Because here I have Heartless Hunter, and it says the Crimson Moth series. So I am going to use crimson as a color, because technically it is. Crimson is a type of red. And I think this would be perfect. I'm planning on reading this anyways for a buddy read with Jess from Honest Fiction. For her Patreon, we are buddy reading this together. And this just works perfect because it says Crimson Moth series. And that works perfect for a color. So I am very happy I'm able to fit this one in. And that is book number 6. So technically we only need 1 more. Unless we get a +1 or +2. I'm hoping that's not the case. Let's see for the last book what we're going to get. Book with a place in the title. Alright, so after much consideration, looking for a book with a place in the title, I'm going to go with House of Ash and Shadow by Leah Stone. This, I believe, is a fantasy romance that I think is YA fantasy romance that I found at Target. And it sounded really good. It says 17-year-old Fallon Bain was born with a curse. A single touch from another person will always cause her excruciating pain. Thus, she has accepted that she will die without ever being kissed, without even hugging her own father. But when her beloved father falls ill, she breaks into the magical gilded city to find a healer fae that can save him. When handsome Orion Madden agrees to help, everything she knows about herself and her curse changes. Because during her father's healing, Orion reaches out and touches her bare skin. She waits for the agony, but it never comes. For the first time, she imagines a new future for herself. But it is short-lived, because not only does Orion flee from her in disgust when he learns of her curse, he also reveals her existence to powerful fae who want to hurt her. Fallon is then swept away to a magical academy, where she learns a terrifying truth about her family history and her dark magic. Her life and the future of fae everywhere hang in the balance, and all the while, Fallon is dreaming of being touched by Orion Madden one more time before she dies. And that sounds really good. And so I'm using house as a place, because technically you live in a house. So I'm going to count that. And I still have 2 others that I also plan on reading. That's 3, 6, 7. Alright, so we have our 7 books. So we're adding on 2 extras that did not fit into the TBR. So we'll have actually 9 books in total. I'm sure I'll probably throw in some more books at some point. But I am going to be reading The Tearsmith by Aaron Doom for a special video project. So stay tuned for that. So I am super excited to read this. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then the last book, but not least, is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This is back when Carissa Broadbent was doing the indie copies before she was traditionally published. So this is actually an indie copy of the paperback before she got published traditionally with all the stores and stuff. And it's a pretty big chunky book. The reason why I'm reading this one is because I'm a Patreon of Ashlyn Kaylee, and so our buddy read for her Patreon is this book. And I have been wanting to read it for quite a while because I've heard amazing things about this series. And I haven't dipped my toes in Carissa Broadbent yet. And I heard there's a new book in this series coming out later this year. So I need to catch up on the hype and find out if I could love this just like everybody else. So I am very excited for that. So we have a total of 9 books. Let me gather it all together. So this is all 9 books I will be reading in the month of April. It's quite a few. However, I've been known to crush TBRs and read 20 books in a month. So I think I can handle it. We got some good books here. So let's just go over them one more time. So we have, for big city setting, I went with Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. For shortest book on TBR, I went with Flawless by Elsie Silver. And then for the prompt of a book that starts with the first letter of my name, we have A Flicker in the Dark. And then for the prompt of GR Rec, I went with Yours Truly. And then I threw in The Tearsmith. And then for the prompt of place in the title, I went with House of Ash and Shadow. And then for animal on the cover, we chose Fourth Wing. And then for a prompt was this one. Oh yeah, a book with a color in the title, we went with Heartless Hunter, the Crimson Moth series. And then for a book that I just threw in was Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. So we have quite a few books. I think I can do it. I mean, it's only 9. I've been known to crush TBRs and like read so many in a month. I mean, last year in the month of August, I think I read over 20 books. So I think I can do it. I think 9 will work. At least I didn't get any +1s or 2s or any penguin cards, which is great. So I just realized I forgot to add another book to this TBR, and that is Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt, I think her name is. It's the romance book for the Sweetie Readers Romance Book Club. And I'm going to be listening to Funny Feelings on audio. So that's actually 10 books. Not 9, but 10 that I will be reading for April. I think it's doable. So that is all the books I have for this April TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you read any of them? If you have, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited to read any of these books yourself? Definitely let me know. And if you enjoyed this as much as I did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all next time.